How long does it take you to write songs? I mean, is it days? Can they come just like that?
They can come just like that. The song Anyone, which is the opening track, was 5 minutes in the studio. Seaton played the guitar, Pete played the drums, and I played the bass, and then I sang it, and that was it. Some other songs take a long time, like a couple of them. I see It's a Lie off of the album, that I started writing that in 2002 during the sessions for Everything Will Never Be Okay, and only came up with the chorus 5 months ago, because it was almost there, but it just wasn't quite there. So yeah, that's 5 years. Took a while, but it's kind of like you have lots of ongoing things, and eventually they can come out. Sometimes something just flowers.
Talk about Presuppose.
Yeah.
You released it kind of as an MP3 on the internet.
Yeah.
And it sounds very different from the studio version, or what you released.
It was it an acoustic one, or it was? Because we recorded it. We did a demo of it like a couple of years ago in a studio with. Well, actually, no, it was Seaton's house, I think. And we were frustrated with our label was kind of just messing around and just not doing anything. And I started just being like, you know what? Click it, send it out on MP3. I want people to hear it. I want something to be out there, and so that's why I sent it out there. It was not necessarily the finished one, but we were kind of being really stifled by the industry stuff. So I was frustrated. I think I sent out about 10 songs during that period, where I was just like, look, just go, children, be free, and run and do your job, and because otherwise you kind of can't tell. Does anyone like it? I don't even know. You know, it's all down to some suit who is basically there to stop you having fun. So now the suits are gone, we can just release albums instead of little tidbits.
Well, I've got 2 questions, but kind of going different directions. We're going to talk about the internet real quick. Since you release stuff on the internet, you guys are from the internet age. There's one song out there that I just heard recently, Chicken in the Box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell me about that.
It's it was last year. I went to LA and just did some writing with random people to kind of clear my head. And I met this guy Max Hart, who he played in a band called High Speed Scene, and we just sort of started trying to jam out a song, and we got some chords going, and I tried to write some lyrics. And instead of writing lyrics, I drew a picture, and it was a chicken with its body was a box, and Max just said, "Oh, it looks like a chicken in a box," and I was like, "There you go." So it just came like that, and it's a little bit of a junk food intrigue anthem, but yeah, meaning is slightly skew. I'm not. It's not the most like finished tune ever, but I enjoy it, and a lot of people picked up on it, so that's nice. And that's great about the internet, because I just put it up on MySpace, and people can hear it, and it's not like there's no like machinery in the way of it saying, well, this song is not format for rock radio. It's just like, people like it, leave me alone. So that's, yeah.
Talking about the record industry, talk about the frustrations.
The frustrations are basically, it's always difficult to put business and art together in the first place, and it's kind of unnecessary, I think. I mean, when you're a musician, you need to earn a living, so we went for the major label thing, because we're like, we need to be big, we need to make a living, we need to make some money out of this, and do the art, just in order to sustain it, because it's difficult, because we went on tour like for 2 years, and we came back with like $50, and I was like, Mom, can I move back in? And it was just sucked. So you kind of head towards where the money is, but it was a mistake, and I'll admit that now. We were trying to sell out, and it failed. I think it's like a big kind of, they're there for some sort of reason, but I think their reason is kind of disappearing, especially the larger labels. Like, they don't, it's nothing to do with creativity, basically. That's what I'm getting at. that's to do with business. So everything creative, I think, should be done outside of record labels and outside of the industry. I think you should just exist and do your thing, and then when you think you got something, you go to them and you say, can you help us develop in this way? We just want to give it to everyone, and that's it. And that's what's great about the internet, is because you can just give it to people and see. You can just try it out, whereas with the major labels, you cannot get past the door. You just can't get in the door. You can't even say, like, this is good. They're like, is it going to sell 5 million? No, so leave. Yeah, you know, a lot of my favourite records did not sell 5 million copies, so that's kind of dull. And yeah, the internet takes out, like, you don't have to drive across the world and play empty gigs to get a little bit of exposure.
Are we doing okay on time?
Yeah.
Okay, another question. Talk about the record label you're with now.
Beatle Brothers is awesome. They they basically took the whole thing out of the context. They gave us a little bit of money, said make a record. We made a record. They put it on the radio. That's what's supposed to happen, right? That's it. I can't think of any higher praise than that. They let us do our job, and they're doing their job. So yeah, totally psyched by them. And they do mostly heavy metal, like really hardcore, odd time signature, kind of screamy stuff. But they, you know, and I don't think any of their bands have ever like had a single, quote unquote. But their bands sell 500,000 records and you'll never hear of them, which is like, that's the best scenario possible, I'm sure, because you're just like, you're doing your art for whatever, you know, for your own reasons. It's nothing to do with celebrity, fame, really money or anything. It's just like you do your job, and I really respect that.
Talking about art and people hearing your records, what does your father think of the record?
I don't know what he thinks of the record.
You haven't asked?
He enjoys the live shows.
Does he?
Yeah, but I don't know what he thinks of the record.
Is it weird to be on tour? I know you were a roadie at one time for him.
Yeah. No, I love being on tour. I mean, I did some roadieing and that's it. When I was like 13. It's probably illegal. But it's brilliant fun. Just to go to bed in a bus, wake up in the next town, work hard all day, do it again. Love it.
Last question. Well, actually two. I'm always bad about that. Are there any other singles that are going to come off the album?
Yeah, there's a choice of at least 3 other songs. So we're looking whether to stay kind of jaggedy rock with Death Machine, or maybe go a little bit more sellout with It's a Lie. But yeah, we'll see. It's looking good for that. Two Sisters is actually, it's on the radio, and it'll hopefully be more on the radio soon. So yeah, definitely more singles.
Last question, I promise. I leave it open to you. Anything you want to tell fans? Tell me any secrets, anything interesting?
Secrets? I don't want to tell any secrets, but I want people to come and see us live, because we give it everything when we play live. We improvise. We feed off the crowd. Whenever you come to see us, it's not going to be like it's not just going to be a show. It's going to be an experience, and I really love it when a crowd gets involved, because it just makes us get more involved. Everyone puts on a show for us. We put on twice the show for them, so that's my recommendation. Come and see us.